Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It is now time for This Week in Geek. Woo. We have decided to do it in the third slot this week so that those of you that are here for Doctor Who get to see this show, which is one of our most popular. So I don't know why.
It's because I'm on it.
It's because of
all
Lil.
me. It's all me.
I
was going to say it's all Edward.
It's
and that hat.
Well, it's Edward's puppet, though.
Those
are our highest ratings.
Certainly the most popular thing for me.
Those are the highest rated shows we've ever had.
It's October 3rd, 2015. This is the Geek News for the week. Who has one to start us off? Oh, let's introduce ourselves. We're going to mix it up. You start.
Hello, my name is Edward Lee, co-host of This Week in Geek and co-host of Super Fight.
Super Fight.
You're the non-host of Super Fight after today.
Superfly?
Superfly.
Super Freak?
Superfly TNT. I'm Mushroom Conley and Bleeper Bleeper.
Edward
he's in jail
Snuka.
now.
All right. And next to you is?
I'm a Lil Kanitsa. I do the League of Geeks podcast, and that's Geeks with a Z.
Because they are dyslexic?
Nope, because we're hip-hop. And it's Sports Geeks as well.
You thought you beat your jokes to death. Go ahead.
Always. And Nuff Said, as well as this.
Yes.
Does that have a Z in it?
Nuff Saids. Yes.
That's when in the 80s we were actually like Enough's Enough, and we had a Z then. We got rid of it now.
Enough's enough. Or was not was. You could do it, so that's all right.
And you are?
My name is Chris Mao. I am co-owner of Blue Box Cafe and co-host of several things.
And I'm Rob Southgate, co-owner of Southgate Media Group. And follow me on Twitter at rsouthgate. See, I got my plug in there. And go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Shameless plug-in.
Shameless plug. Let's do it. Who's got the first
There
story?
was lots of shame, but there was a plug anyway.
All right. That was Rob's nickname in high school. The shameless plug.
What was your nickname earlier?
What was it?
We were talking. It was a good one. It was
something filthy, I bet.
Yes, I'm sure.
I think that's what Lil's hair is called now, shameless plugs. So
I wish. I need it.
I'm not just a member. I'm a client as well.
Just a member.
And the co-owner.
No, Lil, you are a member. I just want to say that right now. I'll put that out there. All right. Oh, God. Who's got the first one?
Oh, my.
I got one, sure.
This is the first time all four of us have been together in a while. I'm very punchy.
He is. He said he was going to assault you today, but he did it earlier.
Right.
So
all right.
Wait.
All right,
salt or assault?
Salt.
Never mind. I was making a
He's
joke.
too young. He doesn't get it. Go ahead, Edward. What do you got?
So, have you seen? We talked about last time the trailer for Jungle Book. They released the full.
Oh, the full trailer.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. Did you guys watch it?
I did. Did anyone else?
I haven't seen the full one.
I saw the full trailer. Yeah. I thought it was excellent.
I did also.
I'm really looking forward to this movie.
Yeah. Especially with the snake. They did a great job with the voiceover with the snake.
Did we get to hear Baloo's voice in this trailer?
No.
Nope.
You didn't see. You saw
Vin
him.
Diesel.
You saw him twice.
No,
Oh, it's Bill Murray.
You saw him twice in the trailer. First time he was fighting monkeys,
Okay.
and the second time he was whistling.
They got Peter Tork out on film.
Peter Tork. He was
what's
fighting
this?
Peter Tork.
Are we doing shots?
What?
What did you bring me?
Somebody buy a shot?
Shots.
What's this? Why? Oh, okay.
Who got a shot of vanilla?
Well, I want some shots too. Round
that going
table.
mine?
I'm gonna do shots with Edward.
Who got gummy bears? Who got jelly babies? Oh, Lil, you getting jelly babies? What's up?
He got them too.
Really? Sugar Rush? All right.
I needed something to wake up.
That was my Rush tribute
I'm
band
gonna have
called
to
Sugar
watch
Rush.
this trailer. I thought the first trailer was fantastic.
No, this one's really good because they did.
When does it come out?
March?
To the internet.
February or
March.
February or March.
Yeah, it's
sometime-
early.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was coming out I would think that would be like a Christmas movie, you know?
No, it's coming out in the spring.
All right. Well, it looks good.
The teaser that we saw a couple of weeks ago that we talked about was fantastic. So
loved it.
It's gonna be great, and Bill Murray's in it. So that's a 4-star waiting to go down or go up from there. So
Yeah, and they did.
So, Mowgli, I've got eternal happiness, so I got that going for me.
got that going, Carl. If we're gonna go on trailers, did anybody see the trailer for The Revenant?
I saw it in the theater. Was there a new one released?
No, but it's the one.
It is amazing.
Have you seen it?
I haven't
maybe.
seen it.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy.
Yes.
Oh,
my
I was very
God.
confused at first. I'm like, wait, who is who? Wait,
yeah,
what?
exactly.
And then I'm like, oh, they buried Leo. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks amazingly
It looks good.
And I didn't hear anything about it. I heard that there was a movie called The Revenant coming out. No idea what it is. And then you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, it looks great.
When we saw Mission Impossible, it was the trailer. They showed that, and they showed Black Mass. And I was blown away. I mean, I'm like, okay, these two are going to be up for Oscars.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing.
This might be the time Leo wins, finally.
I don't know. I watched The Martian.
Oh, yes. We'll talk. We got to talk about that in another few minutes.
Matt Damon.
Well, this is pretty early.
He wasn't even the best guy in that movie,
But
and he was phenomenal.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree.
This is pretty early to be saying this about Oscars when, I mean, let's face it, they usually release right at the end of the year, and they get all that buzz and everything going. These movies look amazing.
Yeah, they do.
Right. Yeah. I'm intrigued by it because it's something. It's something that I don't think we've seen Leo do in a long time.
No.
You know, get kind of down and dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Leo's been kind of in that role of the smarmy, businessy, like he did Wolf of Wall Street.
Well, even in Django, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like smarmy.
Yeah,
but Django was definitely that's who it was. But
I think he's a fantastic actor, and I've loved him in those
Departed,
things.
he was kind of that.
But to see him in this,
tough guy.
Yeah, I think that was the last time that like he blew me away with a performance was the Departed.
Right.
Oh
Because
my gosh.
Because speaking of Black Mass, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, he's amazing in that. What's Eating Gilbert Grape was actually the last time he completely blew me away. That was amazing performance. You didn't think that was amazing?
No.
Did you realize he wasn't like special needs?
Yes.
I didn't know. I didn't know who he was.
I watched Growing Pains.
I didn't. I didn't watch Growing Pains.
Leo's crossed it off his IMDb.
Hey, Lil.
He's petitioned for that to be
Edward has growing pains right now, so let's be sensitive
Oh, yeah,
to
sorry,
our
Hey, are you
our co-host.
Do you have a chin hair now?
Why are you,
No.
Why,
Is he growing chin hair?
Why are you blushing, Edward? What's wrong?
Because I have no idea what
Are you
you're
trying to be a
talking
scuzzy
about.
podcaster like the rest of us?
He's never heard of Growing Pains. He's like, what is that? Who is Mike Seaver?
No, he'd know it because he wouldn't know that, but he knows who his son is. It's Randy Quaid. No, what's his name? The one who did that song where he dressed like Beetlejuice.
Randy Quaid.
No,
What?
who plays Peter Seaver? Who plays Tom Seaver? Who plays that guy?
The dad, you mean?
Yeah.
Alan
Robin Thicke. He
Alan-
does-
Robin Thicke,
Alan
right?
Thicke and his son Robin, yeah.
I knew if I
Probably.
threw enough names, I'd get one of them
He
right.
does that song with Pharrell that I forgot the song name.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Hey,
song.
Hey, hey, hey. Yep.
Blurry
That's
lines.
annoying.
Blurred
Blurred
lines.
lines, thank you.
That was a
his-
good song.
His dad was the
Yeah.
dad
Well,
on
he ripped off
Growing
everything
Pains.
about it, but
It's
sure.
okay.
Okay.
So did Vanilla Ice, but that's okay.
Hey, man, Vanilla Ice was awesome.
You bet.
It's my jam. It's my theme
Hey,
song.
and did you see, since we're doing trailers, Spectre, the last one?
Oh,
haven't
my
seen
gosh.
Oh,
It looks amazing.
oh my God.
Just back up the truck and give Daniel Craig whatever he wants to come back.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
Back it up. Like, I've never said this about any, even countering toward the end, I'm like, yeah, watching the movies, I'm like, yeah, fine if you didn't come back. Yeah, because you watch
weren't
them all.
alive when Connery
No,
left.
but I'm saying you watch the
What are you
series.
talking about?
You watch the
Neither was
movies
Sean Connery, but that's okay.
And you look at it and you're like,
Except
you
for
could
Never
tell.
Say Never. You saw that one.
I've seen Never Say, I did. But you look
was
at him and
awesome.
toward the end you're like, it doesn't. At this point, they're phoning it in.
Yeah, time
Daniel
to go.
Craig
That's true.
does not look like he's phoning it
no.
in.
Nope,
Correct.
he's not phoning it in yet.
And like that's.
But do you want him to, or do you want it to end when he's like this amazing? I think you
I
do.
think he's got more amazing
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, I think you could probably get another couple that would be just astounding.
If Tom Cruise can do a Mission Impossible like he just did,
Oh my
Daniel
God.
Craig has got 20 more years to do, or 10 more years of doing this.
Are
Well,
you
yeah,
excited?
with
You're
how-
a Bond
without
fan.
technology
Yes, I
and
am.
stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
really excited with this.
Did you watch the trailer?
I've
Can
not.
you see
Hold on.
this?
It's Christopher Waltz as the bad guy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Does it get better? I mean,
4 stars.
if Brad Pitt showed up being like a crazy Nazi killer,
Nazis.
how about
Okay.
Tarantino doing a Bond movie?
Eli
Would that
Roth
be great?
shows up.
Tarantino doing a Bond movie.
Oh my god.
Well, actually, there
That would
was
be-
rumors of that happening at one point.
Well,
would
there's
be-
rumors of a lot. 'cause
I'm actually glad that didn't happen. He also was opting to do a Star Wars movie. Did you know that?
Yeah, there was
He's
talks
gonna
of
do it?
that. There was talks
Yes.
of him doing a Marvel movie. There was talks of a lot of things.
Yeah.
What, it's
the
gonna
thing
come out
He
in
was
20
supposed
years?
to. He was attached initially to direct Iron Man with
wow.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Way
right.
back when New Line Cinema had the rights.
wow.
We would not have the
No.
MCU that we have.
No, we
No.
wouldn't.
It would have been an interesting movie, but we would
It
not
would have
have
been.
this.
Oh,
John Travolta appears out of nowhere. Sam Jackson. At least Sam Jackson would still be there. I mean, he would still be there.
How did Tim Roth get in the movie? I don't know. So,
Well, right.
or Buscemi.
Tim
How did Buscemi get in this movie? I don't know.
Buscemi. But Tim Roth was the abomination in the Hulk.
And
So
you know what?
Yeah.
You merge it all together.
But if that had happened, Buscemi would have been Bruce Banner. That would have been amazing.
Imagine that.
He's just like all frail and
That would have been, but Uma Thurman would have been Black Widow, and that would have not been the same.
I think she could have pulled it off back then.
Back then.
Yeah.
She kill Bill.
But
come
look
on.
at-
Come on, dude. That's,
look at-
she's fantastic.
She
in
wouldn't be
Kill Bill.
pulling it off the way Scarlett Johansson is now.
Well, but again, we're talking
you
about
seen her now?
a decade apart.
Who?
You,
Uma
Uma.
or Scarlett?
As a phrase
like-
that I've used before
she's
is
45.
she's a little
She's as
longer
old
than
as
two.
you are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm older, but
I was going to say, don't give Rob that kind of credit.
Exactly.
wait a minute, you're older. What are you talking about?
I look good.
Although
though.
you look good in that yellow
You
jumpsuit.
do. I
You
have
know.
one at home.
You have your old Hanzo Hattori sword? That's all you
Right.
need. It's all
Trevor
the
doesn't
sword.
know what any of this is, do
Yeah.
you?
Nope.
Dude,
Nope.
You've never seen Kill Bill?
No, he hasn't seen a
No.
Tarantino
You can't
movie.
see
Oh
that.
my gosh.
His mom's not here. You want to watch it tonight?
We're gonna go.
Here,
We're gonna do. We're gonna do. We
watch
need to
it
do
right
a Quentin. That's what we
Watch
should
Inglourious
make, Quentin
Bastards. It's a
Tarantino.
history lesson. It's what really happened to Hitler.
It is the truth.
Like the producers. It's springtime for Hitler.
Right.
All right, let's move on.
Are
to
we?
some
What
news.
show are we doing?
Let's move on.
We're doing the show in Rob and Chris's
I
head.
kept Rob on track as much as possible last night.
I got
recording,
another
and
one.
like now he's just like, I've got to let it go. I've
He
got to
told
go all
me
over the ball.
I got to
He
get it
wasn't,
all
so-
out. I got another trailer. Let's talk one more trailer. Did you guys watch the Big Short trailer?
I did not.
No, I've
No.
not.
Okay, this is Adam McKay has a movie coming out. It's starring. All I knew is Christian Bale was in it. It's got Christian Bale, Steve Carell, Brad Pitt, Ryan Gosling. Once again, this could be a Steve Carell Oscar nomination. This trailer, at first I'm like, okay, it's the bank crisis and Citibank stealing money. Okay,
Right.
I've seen this kind of thing. I thought it was going to be another one of these. Same writer as Moneyball, Adam McKay directing it. I thought, we'll see.
Yeah.
We get about 30 seconds into the trailer, and I'm like, take my money.
Yeah.
This looks amazing.
Now,
And Steve Carell
Is Gosling
on
playing
fire
a
on it.
jerky?
He always
Wall Street
does.
guys?
He's
I
the
know.
worst.
He is.
Gosling's the worst. We hate him.
What's Christian Bale playing?
Us ugly guys hate Ryan Gosling.
That's right.
As we're going, man. I wish I looked like a tenth as good as him. So. Yeah, because you know what?
Oh, wait.
Here's the thing.
We just got a text. I have to interrupt from a Ruth Lee. No Tarantini movies for Edward.
Tarantino's okay. She said no Tarantini.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
Tarantini. movies.
Tarantini, no problem.
So you are
Here's
okay
Kill
for
Bill.
Inglourious Bastards.
Well,
I'm going to start him slow, but I'm going to Kill Bill.
But,
So
but
to
a
go
little
off
will
track,
dance the Tarantini
of all
for
of
you.
his,
So.
of all of his movies, which one could Edward see? And I'm going to contend that it's Pulp Fiction, and that might be one of his most violent movies. Tarantino, that might be the only movie Edward could watch right now.
I don't think he could watch that one. I think if it was one, it would have to be one.
Jackie
that-
Brown,
No.
No?
I don't think.
No, you know what?
Django, he couldn't watch Kill
True
Bill.
Ro-
I think
True
Kill Bill.
romance.
Kill Bill. I mean, it's cartoon violence.
I think
Bill.
Kill Bill would be the one. He can
Actually, you
handle
know what?
violence.
No,
No.
because I'm thinking
Kill
about. Now I remember the hospital scenes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Oh, no.
Never mind.
no.
You can't watch anything.
No.
Not
Let's see
until
if
you're,
Ruth
not
says
until
no.
you're
Come on,
35.
Pulp
Okay.
Fiction,
No.
a little
Sure.
Yeah,
shot to the heart. It's okay.
that'd be all right.
That's what,
Just some
that should have
language.
been on the 85 best movie or best videos. Shot to the heart. Shot to the heart, and I'm too blind.
Stop,
You're to
stop,
blame?
stop.
Thanks.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
sorry,
all right.
Sorry, sir. You're in the wrong.
This was big news this week. I want to do this
Big.
one.
Big news.
And Ruth
Big,
wrote, it's a
big,
typo.
so big.
No
Big.
Tarantino.
Too late. She already committed.
HBO
Oh, God.
is
Did you-
in talks to do a Watchmen series.
There was rumors of talks.
Watchmen.
There wasn't talks.
Right.
Rumors of talks.
Rumors of
Men.
talks.
Watchmen.
What did I say?
Watchman.
Watchmen. Whatever.
You're like, I want to see that Watchman.
He did watch the man. Is
Yeah.
what he's saying.
It's Watchmen.
Whoa.
Watchmen?
Yeah. It's rumors of talks, but you know what? We know this just from this show. When we cover rumors like this, there is a seed of truth to it. They are talking about doing Watchmen. There is no way that's not in the works.
Oh yeah, it's got to be.
Will it happen? I think it's ripe for it. Look at that comic book series. They did a before Watchmen comic series. pretty good. There is a lot of material there.
They have
I
the
just
money,
don't
but do
want-
they have the format to do it? That's
and
what I watch.
liked Watchmen. I don't know if you guys did.
I did.
might be in the minority. I liked it, but you know what? I don't want Zack Snyder anywhere near this. I don't.
I like the comic. I didn't like the movie.
I think they did a better job with the ending in the movie, but I love the comic. The giant
I think
octopus.
this is
not my favorite.
This is a ripe series for HBO to pick up because
It
it's an
is.
adult graphic novel,
Right.
or adult comic series
Hey,
where you
is
can
Cinemax
do.
doing this, or is Cinemax or HBO doing this?
HBO. HBO, but you know what?
Oh,
No.
Cinemax.
No, when
That's
you
right,
said
'cause we
that,
will-
is it adult? Did you guys read the memo this week about Westworld?
Oh, yes.
Where
Fantastic.
they put the writer of what the thing is. Now, Westworld, remember that movie? Okay, they're making a TV show out of it. Looks incredible.
That's
but then
before
you
anybody's
read the
time except
description
you
of what
and I.
they had to
gonna
sign.
say that's before my time.
And it's like,
I know it, but
you are never seeing this show. It is the filthiest sounding thing. It's like, why does it have to be this graphic?
Game of Thrones, that's why.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones
Caligula.
backed off of
That's
it
true.
too.
Pretty much. I mean, Caligula could be on regular TV now.
That's what they're
Version of the-
making this.
that's I own that. No.
Right, you have the Blu-ray
watch
extended
it with
director's cut.
The 3D Blu-ray.
Oh, gross.
The play.
Yeah.
Hello, this is for
So,
kids. We got to talk
so
about
yeah,
it.
I think HBO, as much as I like these HBO shows, I think that they got to be careful of becoming this generation's Skinamax. I mean,
Yeah.
if this is what they're putting in everything, that they're trying to force this, it's like, you know what? I know that I'm in the minority on this, but that is actually the worst part of Game of Thrones. I don't mind it,
Right.
but it's like when it's just gratuitous, it's there for. There are scenes in Game of Thrones that you watch it and you go, "Did we need 5 minutes of this?" There's no story to it. Yeah, things are
Yeah.
bouncing around, and yeah, that's fun. But you know what? It's not.
Well, if you
not
use it as
what
a
it's there for, and Westworld
Right.
should be the same way.
if you use it as a little statement to say this is just
Don't
kind of
say
the way
it
it was.
will.
Yeah. Gosh, that's
a little.
bad.
I don't
That's a
watch
little
Game of Thrones,
statement.
so I
Game of Thrones is such a good story. They don't need to do that,
They
but
don't
they
need- and they
throw it in
added-
there.
But I hear
into
the
the show.
the actresses they hate it.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So why would you do that? You know, yeah. Okay,
be difficult,
whatever.
that's why,
But
because-
Westworld, yes, have an element of it. I don't care. You know, that's what their thing is. But when you read that writer, it's like, what's the focus of this? Are we going to focus on the story and character development and all
Right.
the things that make Thrones great and make Breaking Bad great, or are we just going to have a TNA show? And that's what it looks like.
Sure.
And you're never ever watching it.
Probably not.
Nope. You will have to cover your eyes in the Baby Bjorn.
Edward Puppet can watch it though with us.
Edward Puppet is going to watch it and, have a
has-
blast.
And he has with Rob, which is scary.
Edward Puppet is like Ted for our show.
I thought he was 5 or 6.
When you're
Wasn't
not
he 5
here-
or 6?
Who?
Edward Puppet. He's like 5.
No, but he's like Ted. Like he's
Yeah.
drinking. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoking.
He's your Thunder buddy.
Who's got
Oh
one?
my God.
I got a Marvel one, of course, because that's my go-to.
I've never heard of it. What's Marvel?
ABC's ordering a half-hour sitcom for Damage Control.
Okay, I want to throw this out here right now. Jenny, you'll appreciate this. This was a Mark My Words at one point.
It
I
was.
called this
What?
in the first season of Nuff Said
He did.
that they should
It
be
was.
making this happen. And
Don't
Lil
encourage-
heard it when
don't
he was
encourage
just a
him.
super fan.
Don't encourage him.
It was. I remember.
And here it is.
Hey, if you throw out 1,000,000 of those, one's going to stick. That's all
I
gotta
get a
say.
lot that stick. I'm very sticky.
was
I'm
a-
like a sticky
Some-
bomb.
Somebody's
another
writing
thing that
about
was-
Rom the Space Knight coming back, too.
Yes, I know.
If that happens,
yeah.
I'm believing.
Chris, if you listen to Enough Said, as crazy as it sounds, I get so many of these wacky things right.
And he
even
got
like
another one
Charlie
right.
makes fun of me,
That's-
and then I'm right.
You have another one right this
That's
week.
because people
Wolverine
your
3.
age and your insanity are in charge.
That's right.
They go, hey, what's the craziest
What was
idea we
that
can
one?
come up
Wait,
with?
Edward has one.
He has another one he got right. It was Wolverine 3 is going to be a old man Logan
That-
movie.
It's,
I don't get that one right. We all said that was going to
I was
happen.
gonna say,
Oh, no, I'll take
What,
credit.
You said
big
that before, though.
surprise.
You
I
said
did
that
say it
big
way
before.
before.
surprise.
It's
These
This
the-
is
two.
the last one.
I know,
Shocker.
but That news has been out for like 4 months.
Yeah.
I was like, where
Really?
have you been?
Edward Puppet reported on that in January. I don't know what you guys are talking
No,
about.
so back,
January.
This just in. I wish I could get the Edward Puppet up right now.
Les Nesbitt, Edward Puppet.
Yes.
No, but back to Damage Control. What I like about this, it's a half-hour sitcom. So it's going to be part of like all the Marvel universe. It's going to be very comedic.
Right, and what they
I'm
are
thinking
is
it's
they're the
gonna be-
cleanup crew.
Yeah.
Right, and if you don't know, they've actually had some parts in the Disney cartoons that are going on right now on Disney XD. They've been in them, and it's really funny watching them. Like
Yeah.
Spider-Man's actually had to be a part of Damage Control as punishment for like destroying a city block.
So has
And
Agents
so-
of S.H.I.E.L.D. They need to have that.
When's
The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. from Thor.
Oh,
Could
sure.
they do that?
Yeah, they did it on
Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So here's the
Never.
deal. The reason I think this has come forward is I think this has been in development, but I think the reason this has come forward is because of that DC show where they're doing like the newspaper or whatever.
Right.
And guess what? If they make this a flat-out comedy and get it right, it's going to make that other one look foolish. Now, do I think DC typically does better with its shows than Marvel? Marvel's working on it. Marvel kicked everybody's butt with Daredevil, so I think they own
Yeah.
that. And S.H.I.E.L.D. this season is shaping up.
Well, we got one episode. As
One
much as-
episode, but you know what?
It was a good episode.
You know what? It was S.H.I.E.L.D. last season was better than Arrow last season. So
Yeah.
I think
Arrow's,
that,
Arrow's
better than
coming
Flash.
back strong.
I think Damage Control could be them saying, you know what? This fits our mold because here's their model, and this is why it works there. We've said this before. Marvel takes every one of their properties, and this is why their TV didn't work. They take their properties and they make something. They model it off of something else. Captain America was a spy thriller. Guardians of the Galaxy was their space opera. Like they're taking these genre, these overarching tropes from TV and making each one something different. Make a sitcom. Agents
Yeah.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't have that.
No.
No.
It was just if they made it CSI in the Marvel Universe, it would have been better. If they make it now, they're making it a superhero Inhuman show. It's going to be better. That's where their strength is, and that's where they beat the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think Damage Control could work. They get the right writers and they take the sitcom approach. We got a winner.
You think it'll? Do you
Mark
think
my
they'll do,
words.
You think they'll do like an Office approach with it?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ABC. I mean, they're doing it right now with the Muppets.
Right.
They're doing like it seems like everything. The Muppets, Modern Family.
I'll tell you why they
That
won't.
train wreck is all I have to say. It's
Yeah,
awful.
Muppets.
I'll tell you why
I
they
know.
won't.
Awful.
I'll tell you why they won't. Exactly that. The Muppets thing, they're making it sound like it's really popular. All the reviews are saying there's a tone issue. There's something wrong here. The Office, people got tired of that by the end. I can't watch
Well,
Modern Family anymore because they ran that concept
Right.
into the ground. If they do that here, it's going to be like old hat.
After The
You
Office
can't
went
keep
through-
going back to that well, and I don't think Marvel will. I think Marvel will take a different approach. I think
hope
they'll do a
so.
sitcom that's something. Let's see, what would be more of a sitcom approach to this? Because it's got to fit in the MCU at the same time.
Yeah.
Three's Company? No, I'm teasing.
Please, that'd be
Come and
awesome.
knock on our door.
Who would be Mr. Roper? That's all I have to know.
Edward.
Don Knotts, that would be great.
Me.
Edward Puppet.
Edward Puppet.
Edward Puppet will be Mr. Roper, and Edward will be Jack Tripper. It's a very trippy show.
He's talking to himself.
Oh, Edward, make it happen.
And he could wear an ascot. It would be great. That would be fantastic.
He's got one. Do you have an ascot?
Yeah, Mr.
Nope.
Mr.
Yep.
Mr. Furley comes
Furley.
in.
Mr.
I bet your dad has an ascot. Does John have an ascot?
He
I
doesn't.
think that's Rob. though. Rob will
He
be
doesn't.
Mr. Furley.
Speaking of Marvel.
Wear bell bottoms and
Speaking of Marvel.
Leisure
ascots
suits?
and
So,
leisure-
anybody a fan of Marvel one-shots? You know those little on the DVDs, on the Blu-rays,
Yeah.
they do these things called one-shots. They were just these little like 10-minute short films. They're really good. They stopped doing them. One of the reasons they stopped doing them is because you're putting all this money into this little 10-minute thing that's only an extra on a Blu-ray. People are doing digital downloads. They're not buying Blu-rays now the same way. Why put that money in? You've already got the universe built. But
And they also said
the
they
Marvel
also-
one-shots, go ahead.
They also said that because they have Howard the Duck and Cosmos, they've already done that. Having 3 movies every year, they're not going to focus on those movies. They're just making them, then leaving them.
that's what-
because they're going.
That's what this is about. Kevin Feige said, and here's the deal. Now that he's not answering to Marvel, he's answering to Disney, he has a little more freedom to do this kind of stuff. Marvel is the one that pulled the plugs on the one-shots. Disney likes them because they can make little one-shots of things all day long.
It's
and
more
put these
toys to
things
sell.
out.
Yeah.
Yes, more toys, more things to play with in their sandbox.
And it
they
gives
did
a reason to
one-shot.
buy the Blu-rays.
Right.
Exactly. They did a one-shot for Agent Carter. Guess what that turned into? A show.
Yeah.
A show that's good.
Well,
Do a one-shot
look
of
at
Howard the
Grindhouse.
Duck. They don't have to do a Howard the Duck movie. They do a little one-shot, and
That's
if it's
true.
cool and it works, all of a sudden there's a demand for it.
Yeah.
They don't have to do a 10-episode run on Netflix. They do a one-shot. Give us a 10-minute Howard the Duck movie. We'll be satisfied. But if it's good, we want more.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
I think this is great. So that came out this week, too. I'm having a stroke. I had too much caffeine, and I'm too excited.
Stroke.
I'm going to do the Tarantini now. Stroke? Who's got one?
If you hit the donate button,
Hit the
Rob will
donate
have a
button to pay
stroke
for my
on
stroke
air.
medication.
Everybody gives $1 and more caffeine gets pumped into you through the IV. That would be great.
it's like a morphine drip. He's like,
You know what? Now you know what I've got going on at home when I'm editing. People wonder how I edit
Sure.
19 shows in a day.
Yeah.
Caffeine drip.
Have you done this? Have you done that yet?
What?
Doctor Strange.
Are you not paying attention?
Okay.
What is it?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor
Origins-
Strange.
Origin story. Have you done that yet?
You know what? You're on a podcast. You
I
don't
know.
want to use the
I'm
mic.
not- all right, sure. I wasn't going to say how stupid I look.
All I have to
but
say
Okay,
is bring it.
go ahead.
I guess I have to. So they're releasing that Doctor Strange is going to be an origin story, which
What do you guys think? I think they kind of have to.
Yeah,
Why not?
they
I-
have to with what the character
I
is.
figured, and but it doesn't have to be an origin story like your typical origin story.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have it. It could be something that works in flashback sequence that he might be already, and then explaining it
Right.
to somebody coming in what had happened, because you're going to have to explain a lot in Doctor Strange. His relationship with Baron Mordo, his relationships throughout the movie, and
There's a lot of setup that has to go
exactly.
on here.
And they're going to open up so much with Doctor Strange.
The other thing is,
that I think you need it.
But I don't think they're going to do flashbacks. I think they're going to do he's a kid and he meets.
Do you
up with
think
Baron
they're gonna
Mordo.
do that? I
And
don't know if
and
they're gonna do
doing,
the kid thing.
I think they're going to be doing jumps. They're not going to be doing flashbacks. They're going to go, he's this, now he's this old, and
Could
a few
be.
minutes in, that's when the story starts, and that's his kind of origin story.
I think the origin is going to be him older, but it's going to tell the story of him evolving into Doctor Strange very quickly because he was a surgeon
Yeah.
and then all this stuff. I think
Right.
it's going to be from that point. I don't know if we're going to get the kid
Yeah,
Strange.
well, not the kid, but
That sounded bad. But I will say that he does exist in the MCU already. They've made reference to him. So I think that it won't be like ending at the point we're at in the MCU. I think that it will have origin and then we'll have a story concurrent to what's going on.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Like in flashback with the timeline of the MCU, because I don't think at this point in what is this going to be coming out 2016?
Yeah.
That's when he will start being Doctor Strange. I think it's going to be something that, and who knows, maybe it started at the point of Captain America: Winter Soldier. At that point, something could have happened in that timeline
Right.
that would have left
Okay.
him to here to where he is Doctor Strange, and we got more because they've already opened us up to the microverse and all that kind of stuff, which I think they're going to incorporate with Doctor
Yes,
Strange.
they will with the microverse.
Is this a mark my words?
Here come the
another one?
Micronauts and round the Space Knight. I'm going to win Marvel. It's so awesome.
nope.
And you
Hey.
get this napkin for guests.
I get a Laurel and Hardy handshake.
Okay.
Just as crappy as we give on our game shows. So, all right.
better, so.
Do you have one, or I got a?
I got one. Doctor Who announced this week that they are going to do a spin-off, a YNA spin-off called Class. Basically built off the school that
Clara
that
teach at.
Clara
And-
teaches at, and Ian Chesterton is the headmaster.
Right.
Who
well,
is-
and the very first episode of Doctor Who, the very first,
Right.
started at Cole School.
And the 50th was
And the
started
50th,
there.
yeah.
50th was started
So it's an
there.
important place, and they're going to do like a YA thing. They said it's kind of like Buffy. It's not
Right.
Doctor Who. It's like a Buffy type series.
It's related, but not yet.
Now that's going to be on BBC Three, so we don't know if we're going to get it here. Eventually, it'll end up on like Netflix. Are you saying no? It's not going to be. Oh, you're saying no because you're eating potato
We
chips.
don't know yet. The thing is, Doctor Who
Are
is
those the jalapeno ones?
What is this Doctor Who you speak of?
this. What is this blue
What
box?
is this Doctor Who you speak of?
Well, here's the problem. Ratings in England are dropping, and
really?
they are
Box.
skyrocketing in America. And since
Yes.
we have 10 times as many people here,
Yeah, they're
BBC
going to
is putting money into it and making it a little bit more American, which may
Well,
or may not be good.
And you know what?
By ruining it, yes.
Yeah.
The other thing they could do at this point is they could cut a deal with an American production house to put more money behind it.
Yeah.
Well,
Keep it as a BBC property and put an American to help produce the American element of it. They could do the spinoff through America. At
Well,
some
the
point.
whole issue, but I mean, like they did with Torchwood, the Torchwood date.
That didn't work because it was too American. You need
Right.
an American producer, just like Disney has done with Marvel. You need somebody
Right.
who's going to allow them to do their thing, but is going to front the money and get the property here.
well,
That would be really interesting. But
here's
don't
the-
take Doctor Who away.
Right. Well, here's the issue: is that now that they're going to be defunding the BBC through, the way that works in England is they basically charge everybody a flat fee for TV programming, and they give the money to the BBC.
Right.
They're talking about eliminating that, even though it's only like $25 a person. It's really weird, but people are fighting against that because they have to pay for cable and what is it, IS4? There's like another competing with cable and all that stuff. So they're talking about defunding the BBC. So now the BBC is going to have to come up with actual money for their shows,
which opens the door for collaboration.
Right.
And did you hear that IS4 or
takeover.
whatever, which is the BBC, almost like, it's not BBC Netflix, but it's like a BBC on-demand thing.
Right.
They're talking about that coming to America. That broke this week, too.
Which would be great news. But I mean, they don't sell advertising the way we sell advertising, where
Right.
advertisers dictate programming. In England, they just say either you advertise or you don't.
It's
You
like
give us
public
what-
television with,
Right.
with advertising that has no power.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they get their money and they say, we're going to charge you $1 million for this. And they say, okay, whatever it is.
So do you think that with, as you say, it's becoming so popular here that eventually we're going to get an American doctor?
I don't think so,
No,
because I think
no.
they tried it and it didn't work.
It didn't work then, but
Right.
now we understand it better. There are American fans. I think there's some fans of Doctor Who here, possibly.
Wait,
Anyone?
what?
Maybe?
Doctor Who?
Yeah.
My wife is going to kill you, just want to let you know.
What
So-
is this
so-
Doctor Who you speak of?
So right
What?
there tells me it's just like with any of this stuff.
Right.
When you have a generation influenced, they are going to do whatever they can to create their own.
Right.
Somebody, it might not be right away, but 10 years from now, 15 years from now, there will be, marking my words again, there will be an American Doctor Who show. Whether it is straight up Doctor
Eventually.
Who or a spin-off of some sort that is tied, it will happen.
They'll do something like that, but they're
Will its hardest be red, white, and blue?
No,
they kept a star
Yes.
on it. It'll be great.
Yes.
I'm just joking.
It'll be like a phone, like in Superman, where it's that half phone booth. They'll be like, "What the heck is up with this?" That's the best thing
Right.
of that whole movie. Is like what happened to the phone booths? But
Right.
well, you know what? I hope it doesn't, because like most things, we steal from other places and then claim it as our own.
Yep.
In terms of TV, like The Office, that's a great American show. No,
All in the
it's-
Family.
It is
Yeah.
basically word for
Yeah.
word.
All in the Family was a British show.
Yeah,
Wasn't Friends as well?
Yeah.
something like and
They could have kept that one.
They could. See,
I love
you and I
Friends.
disagree with that. I love that
You
show.
just
love
angered
Friends.
so many
I
people.
still watch it.
Yeah, I mean, but if they can make it still
This
British,
is the one about Rob hating that show.
Yeah, it is. You
How
have
about
bad
that
taste,
for a
it's
deep
okay.
cut Friends
Boo.
joke? Yeah.
Boo. Joey, thanks. Good job.
Yeah. I like Jennifer Aniston in that show for 2 reasons. She's funny.
All right.
Hello.
That's,
Your
let's
wife
keep
is
on
here.
moving.
so-
Anybody know who Robert Knepper is?
Nope.
Anybody know who Robert Knepper is? Anybody know the show Twin Peaks?
Yes.
They're doing a reboot of Twin Peaks or another series. David Lynch is doing it. Kyle MacLachlan. They're all back except the log lady who died this week.
Who did?
The log lady.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That was
But
last week, wasn't it?
Robert Knepper is on the show. Here's why this matters. He's Teabag from Prison Break. He is
Wait, what did you just say?
He's
Fantastic.
Teabag. His name's Teabag from Prison Break. Yes.
Did you ever watch Prison Break?
And yes.
He
yes
was
and yes.
yes and yes, but he's the best.
Of course you would love him.
And he's going to be on Twin Peaks. This is
As T-Bag?
excellent news.
Is Laura Flynn
No,
Boyle
but
coming back?
he did play Teabag on another show.
Yeah.
There's a show called Breakout Kings, and on one of the episodes, they had him playing Teabag as
Teabag.
if he had broken out of a prison. It's
Oh, my God.
fantastic. Teabag Bagwell, that's his name. Yep,
All right.
that's your new nickname, too.
It's good.
All right. Who's got one?
I got one. Sony is in development at Sony is a Ghostbusters animated movie.
No.
So this will be the third Ghostbusters movie that they're working on.
Either this Ghostbusters thing is going to be amazing and it's going to own our world, or this is going to be the biggest
It's going to be such a
stink
flop.
balloon of all time.
Nope, it's going to be awful.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The movie is not going to be awful.
I
No,
think the
no.
movie's going to be good.
Not the
other
regular movie, but-
I don't know. And this animated thing, it's from the ghost's perspective. Did you read that?
Slimer?
Really?
Awesome.
I figured it'd be like Slimer or something.
Yeah, it is.
That was the
It
best
is.
part of the first animated
The
cartoon.
cartoon, I know, I
Slimer
love
was the
Slimer.
greatest.
Do you want to watch an hour-and-a-half movie from Slimer's perspective? Going like that, eating hot dogs.
Yes, I do.
No, I don't.
What are you
That's
talking about?
just
That's
you
my
at home.
I like to
perspective
point
all
out
the
that was a
time.
hell of an
Gosh dang
impression
it.
I just
I'm not
did.
a ghost,
Chris.
and that's my perspective. Just shoving hot
Chris.
dogs in my mouth and stuff. Yeah, of
I was
course.
going to say, that's
Unbelievable.
Rob at home. That's Rob at home.
So
He's
your
just
nickname
like,
is T-Bag. Yours is Slimer.
That's right.
Here we
How
go.
did I get that?
I know you like it.
I'm Edward Puppet.
Edward Puppet.
sure.
El Rey. Do you guys watch the channel El Rey?
Nope.
Okay, El Rey.
The dawn, from dusk till dawn.
Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn was on there, and they do have a season 2 coming out. Well, they have decided they like this horror thing. They picked up older horror series. Freddy's Nightmares is going to be on there. Yes, it is.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Freddy's
I'm
Nightmares is one of
excited.
the worst TV shows ever, but I watched every episode.
Well,
And loved
Why?
it. And
Why? Because Freddy
because Robert
introed
Englund is on
and
it.
Freddy outroed, and then they had the history of Freddy, and I think it might have been the pilot or the premiere.
Yes.
Had like how he became Freddy Krueger. It was
Right,
an
and
episode,
it's
like him
it's
in court
terrible
and
and
everything.
great.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
But I
It's
loved it.
so good and bad. But you know what? This is great news. I'm going to totally watch it.
It
And
was
they,
on Chiller for a while.
They also had they picked up the Twilight Zone, the later series one.
that's
from-
good. That's
It
not
is,
bad.
the one that like Forrest Whitaker was on. And
Yeah.
they've got that one, and they had a couple others that I looked at, and I was like, these are all pretty
fantastic.
sweet,
He's a
man.
ninja.
So El Rey, if you don't have it, get it.
yeah.
It looks good.
Last King of Ireland.
What do you guys got?
Scotland.
I have one.
Fantastic.
So
I've got a bad
You
one.
mean?
Go ahead.
Unbelievable. Go.
Universal finally pulls Pacific Rim 2 from its schedule in place of
Right.
It's
Pitch
on-
Perfect
it's,
3.
It's on.
So earlier in the week,
No.
it
Yeah.
said that it was possibly
It was. It said
Gonna
it was
be
possibly
done.
back.
and it's
Well,
still
Guillermo said it's not. I mean, he flat out came out and said it's not.
Right.
The reason it's pulled is because they have him lined up for other movies.
Right.
right.
So of course
So
they're
they
going to put
officially
it.
pulled the plug on it. But then there
But
was
it's still
another
there.
one that came out after that said it's not really dead.
Yeah.
He's just pulled
It's-
from
yeah.
the lineup.
He didn't say it's done. He said
It's
he
said.
can't do it.
Right.
Right now.
Right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he had his
And he
window
said
and it was
he's
done.
going to do it.
Right.
Because he said whatever he's working on is then going to lead into that movie.
Right.
Then it's going to lead in hopefully to Hellboy 3.
You know,
What's
he's
the
going to
one coming
hire
out?
Israel, who does our stop motion, to do his stop motion. It'll be very cheap,
Yes.
and that'll be what he does. So
That'd be awesome.
Guillermo doesn't have to direct it; he can free up his time that way. Hire Israel. It'll be a little bit on the low budget side. I'm just telling you
Just
right
a
now.
little.
Lower than low, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
lower than low, like our
You know
stuff.
what though? He'll make a ton of money off of it then.
I'd watch it. I'd watch an Israel Sheehan Pacific Rim 2. It'd be awesome, especially
Do
because
it.
my voice would be in
He's
it.
out
I'm
there
sure.
watching. Do it.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
3 thumbs up, Israel. That's what we got. Did you see that Jeremy Irons and Brendan Gleeson joined
Yes.
Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed, yeah.
Talk about those 3. That's how can it be bad? Well, it can
Michael
be bad. but-
Fassbender,
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons. You're casting a movie.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
This isn't like, oh, we might be doing a movie. This is like
they've
putting
got
the
a
pedal
lot.
down.
They got a lot riding on Assassin's Creed because they're talking about theme parks and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Based on this movie, so they're thinking this is going to be their billion-dollar franchise.
Imagine
Supposedly
the
they have a
graphic
hell of
book
a-
thing. Oh, that would be great. Going from building to building on a ride.
I've heard they have a hell of
That
a
would be
script.
awesome.
So, I mean, if they've got the good script and they're putting all the pieces in place.
Who's directing? I can't remember.
Israel
I don't remember.
Sheehan.
There you go, Israel.
Israel.
It's going to be
Back.
stop motion.
Michael, he just paints Michael Fassbender's face.
He'll take out clips of him from other movies.
That'd be awesome, though.
I would love it.
that'd
I would
be
actually
cool.
watch that. I love his videos.
That'd be great.
No, I had bad news. This can't be good.
You always have bad news.
No, this cannot be good. Fox is developing Lethal Weapon as a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
That could not be good. Every
and
episode, I'm getting too old for this.
CBS is bringing back MacGyver.
That can't be good either. That cannot be good.
That's like
either.
watching one of those 70s movies where they pull out the calculator and they're watching like, this is the coolest invention ever. It's like, yeah, my phone can blow up the planet. Look,
right.
Here.
Oh, yeah, MacGyver? I can Google how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Let me watch a YouTube video on how to make a
We're starving.
bomb.
Hello, Amazon. Drones you over a pizza. Yeah,
Wasn't there a MacGruber?
What?
MacGruber, yes.
What?
Basically this.
Well,
Do you know what
MacGruber.
MacGyver is?
Yes, I do. I know what MacGyver is.
that was one of the best running
You
jokes on
shame.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
One of the best
MacGruber?
recurring
Yeah.
MacGruber.
I'm just going to tell you right now, no. This is going to be bad.
This is how bad America TV's got. I mean, it's just, we're rehashing the bad shows.
Yeah.
I mean, MacGyver,
No,
horrendous.
I liked
Horrendous.
the A-Team film. I
Yeah.
thought that was great. That was a lot of fun. They want to make that a TV series. Don't do this. Don't do Lethal Weapon. That's going to be so bad. You
Yeah.
can't tell me that's going to be good. Well, you might tell me, but I'm not listening.
Nope.
it might be, but no, it's not bad. So, hey, another big surprise, Terminator is
Yeah.
on hold.
Is on hold
They're
indefinitely.
going to hold. They
It
hold
says
it.
it's on hold indefinitely.
Yes.
Right.
So
Forever. It should be subtitled Forever. Well, that's
Yeah.
not true because
Goodbye,
they're going to
Arnold.
run out.
Somebody will do it.
They're going to run out of some ideas and say, "Hey, we can
No,
bring
you know
back
what?
Terminator. It was a good movie once."
You know what'll happen? It's just what happened the last time. Whoever owns the property, in order to maintain the property, if they decide they want to keep it, within 7 years, they're going to have to reboot or do something. It's on hold right now. What they're saying is, we're not following this trilogy that we just tried to set up. Let's wait. Let's let the dust settle. We'll bring it back another way. Forget Arnold. Forget the whole thing. It'll be a complete from-the-ground reboot, but probably not for 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Either that, or they'll sell the property, and somebody else will do it. That's what's going
Or
to
they'll
happen.
do another TV series.
Yeah, it's not going
that,
away.
yeah.
It's just away for now.
Sarah Connor Chronicles.
That was a good
That was
show.
a pretty good show.
A friend of mine played a Terminator on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got killed. Oh, spoiler.
That happens to a lot of your friends in shows, as I
right.
found out. So
it's the same guy. It's the same guy who just died on Gotham. Todd
So-
Stashwick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, is it Idris or
Idris Elba?
Idris Elba said that his character will be groundbreaking in the Star Trek franchise. But
he's Idris Elba, of course.
Because
it's
he's the bad
Yeah.
guy and he's a black guy.
He-
that hasn't happened on
and he's
Star Trek
awesome.
yet.
He's
Groundbreaking.
He's fantastic.
He is
Yeah.
He
fantastic.
could walk in and sit on the toilet and be like, "Hey, this is the best acting job I've ever seen." It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just going to be. He's going to be good in it. I'm going to enjoy the movie. People bust on the last one. I like the last one.
the last
I like
one was
everything
good. Why wasn't it? Was,
except for the Lethal Weapon remake. I like everything. So yeah, I'm down with this. And
yeah.
I don't know what groundbreaking is going to be though.
Well, it's just trying to hype the movie up pretty much.
He gets the girl instead of Kirk. Groundbreaking.
Spock gets
He
killed.
makes Spock cry.
Imagine if he was a
Groundbreaking.
Klingon.
digs a hole.
I never listen to these actors when they talk about their own movies
No.
because they're
Yeah.
hyping it.
They hype it
so
and
they can sell tickets.
Yeah.
And then
That's
they
it.
always talk about how everybody was the most amazing, wonderful person ever that they worked with.
Yeah.
Trust me, if I'm getting interviewed about this show, I am not going to be false and say that. A little.
Jeez, nice.
Ouch. Oh,
Before we run out of
had
time,
to.
I
I
want to
have
talk about The Martian that just opened up.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Yeah. Saw it in IMAX 3D.
Yeah, me too. Unbelievable. Now, Rob
No,
and
I
I
haven't
talked a
seen
little
it
bit
yet.
about it. He hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
There's been, I don't want to say mixed reviews. I've talked to some people that didn't like it, and I looked at them, I'm like, what? I mean, to me, somebody described it as our generation's Space Odyssey, 2001.
I saw that. I saw that one.
I think it could be considered that. The problem is that Space Odyssey was so
It was
out
out
there.
there.
See,
And now it's so, I mean, we're so past that. I mean, 2001 Space Odyssey and 2001, we were beyond that.
It was groundbreaking, that movie. The Martian is not groundbreaking by any means, but it was a really good movie, a really good contained story, a great, like everyone in it did a great job acting.
Yeah.
People who you like, and it had humor in it, and it was the funny part of it is the people who are notoriously known for being comedic weren't funny.
Oh, no.
It was like
Yeah.
they weren't the
not,
funny ones.
Not at all.
Special effects were great. And Matt Damon, man, I can't say anything better. I mean, that's what you were talking about, Oscar-worthy. He's up there for this.
Well, we were talking about earlier.
Nomination.
He was fantastic. I don't think he did the best job in that movie. Idris or
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
He was unbelievable in this movie, and
he'll be Baron Mordo.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange.
He was great. The whole thing, we kind of talked about it. If you've read the book read like a movie, and if Ridley Scott would have done it, it would have been incredible. But it also would have been like 5 hours. So the one criticism I have of the movie is they had to gloss over some of the scientific parts, and they just kind of summed it up, which was okay because they got to the meat of it and they got to the gist of it. But if you read the book, it's like what he did is unbelievable because he's stranded on a planet trying to survive.
He's the Mars MacGyver.
He is. And he has to figure out how to survive. Basically, they leave him on Mars because of an emergency. He has to figure out a way to live for 4 years in a place that he can't grow food, and he has like a
he's got water now.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, if they would have incorporated that would have been kind of cool if they could have. But it was unbelievable, and I think a director's cut of this movie will be
even better.
Fantastic. Where they can include some of that stuff. So
I look at it because my wife asked me because she has not seen Interstellar yet, and of course Matt Damon's in both. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Interstellar. And she asked which one was better.
Is that a spoiler alert?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't know Matt Damon was in Interstellar. Then when he showed up, I was like, whoa.
You mean on the credits starring Matt Damon? It wasn't
Interstellar? Did it say Matt Damon?
It says Matt Damon if you look at the...
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
He was on one of the posters.
Yeah.
Was he?
He was.
I think we all talked about this when we reviewed the movie. Like, we did not realize Matt Damon was in it.
We didn't review the movie.
No, I'm talking about like on my show when we reviewed the movie.
You were on League of Drinkers because if they
probably
didn't realize he was in it.
I didn't remember him. Okay, I try to go into movies spoiler free, so maybe that's why I didn't pay attention.
Good thing you're on this show.
True.
Yep.
But like I think the Martian did it right in that regard. But I don't want to say by dumbing down, but kind of condensing the science stuff.
Sure.
I think what Christopher Nolan tried to do is try to make it super science heavy, where people were lost.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but Interstellar was epic on that other scale where it was just this bombardment of all this science to prove what happened and then I love it where they just do it and then figure it out at the end, which I thought was great. That's what I really liked about Interstellar and the way that you interact around the black holes. But The Martian is, you look at this guy and you're like, oh my gosh, how did this guy make it?
Yeah, it's Castaway on Mars.
But it's not Castaway because it's better.
It's right.
There's no Wilson. There's no Tom Hanks getting crazy. I mean,
no, there's no he can actually grow food and catch food.
Yeah,
there's none of that. Like you're seeing science.
Tom Hanks could have lived the rest of his
planet.
life. Yeah, he's 50 million miles away from anything, nothing, and anything that could bad stuff. It can happen and will happen.
It did happen.
I mean, they make this stuff. I remember I can't remember one of the space movies. We're sitting on a ship.
Spaceballs.
Built by the guy who did the lowest bid. I mean, you're in like the rock bottom of. They do it just enough to get by.
Yeah.
I mean, they build this habitat for them to be there for a month, and he has to live for 4 years. How does that work?
Yep.
Yeah. Stuff breaks. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
It's a recommend. It's a must see to me.
Agreed.
All right. I think we're done.
We're done.
I have one quick one that's not good.
Oh no.
Enough said.
Disney is trying to get an Enchanted sequel. Have you ever seen the Enchanted first movie?
Yeah.
I loved Enchanted.
Really?
So
They're
trying
trying
to
to talk smack about it. Yeah.
It is a good movie, and they're trying and they're trying to do a
McDreamy was
sequel.
so dreamy.
McDreamy.
Okay.
All right.
We're learning a lot about Alila today.
You know what? Susan Sarandon was fantastic in that film.
Yes.
She was.
She was great.
I liked Enchanted a lot.
I thought it was great.
Hold on, what isn't she great in though? I mean,
right.
She was great in Friends.
And as we're ending it,
she was.
No.
So was Elliot Gould. All of them.
Friends. One last thing as we're just getting out of it. We've talked about The Walking Dead. Flight 462 is the name of that web series they're doing.
Nice.
It debuts, well, from where we're at right now. When you're listening to it, it won't be, but tomorrow, October 4th.
Wow.
You can go online to AMC.com and see the first episode. The episodes are 1 minute each. So you're going to get this like trickle out.
So annoying.
But you know what? I'm so watching it.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it also on the show when Walking Dead comes back October 11th at the commercial breaks. You're going to get like a minute of it. It's an interesting little marketing idea. A character from the flight ends up as a main character on Fear next season.
Nice.
So I think this is a cool thing, and I you know what? Give me more.
Yeah, that'll be. Are they going to show him out the window, seeing the person watching him fly by?
I don't know. I didn't make this. I hope so.
Well, no, that would, because to
I
lead into it, they show them watching the plane fly by.
I hope that's what it is. It's that plane that went by. That would be awesome. All right, that's it. Thank you for listening, everybody. That's the end of This Week in Geek. Give your social media real quick. Chris?
Blue Box Cafe 176
on
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
All right, Alil?
At LOGEEKZ on Twitter.
All right.
Nope.
And I am at R Southgate or at SMG Pods on Twitter. Or you can go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com, currently being eclipsed by Edward's hat. And you can also follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on really any of the social media. And join our email list. We need people to join that. You can do it right from the website. That's it. Thank you, Blue Box.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy Doctor Who tonight.
Doctor Who's coming
Thank you.
up
Make sure you hashtag Edward Puppet.
No,
Edward Puppet.
You hashtag Edward Puppet when we're talking about This Week in Geek. For Doctor Who, hashtag Blue Box tonight while you're doing live tweeting.
All right, yeah.
Thank you, YouTube, Google Hangout, and Meerkat.
Thank you.
See you next Saturday.